So today I want to talk about the NFL and the NFL and CTE today. So this has been a topic that has really been close to my heart in a way. I don't know why. I guess it just has. So being a big NFL fan, at least, I was a long time ago, and I still am, but it's been maybe, I don't know, the NFL, I'll talk about this here shortly, but the NFL in the last 5 to 10 years has just been a big kind of disappointment in a way for me. So I still like it. I still watch it from time to time, even though I really just, don't have a lot of time with it or anything like that. But it's also been a big, huge disappointment in a way with some of the things that they've chosen, with some of the things that the hypocrisy with it has really bothered me, especially when it comes to the CTE thing. So now, before I begin, I'm a hypocrite. Everybody's a hypocrite, I think, at times. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be a hypocrite, and I don't believe that you intend to be a hypocrite as well. I just think it happens sometimes. You don't want to be. You want to always just say what you mean, and then that's what it is. But I think at times we have hypocrite moments, and everybody does it. But when it comes to like being a big organization who says that they're really for stopping brain trauma, CTE, I think it's chronic traumatic encephalopathy. I can't say the word, but it's something like that. So basically, over time, and like I said, I thought it was the more concussions you have is kind of how you get it, but it's really the amount of hits that you take compared to concussions. Now, obviously, you get a concussion from getting tackled and hitting your head on the grass. But it's more about how many hits you take, whether getting tackled or if you're an offensive lineman, just kind of getting shoved in the head or whatever the case may be. So from a player going from Pee Wee football to high school to college to the NFL, there's so many hits that a player takes. And so many things that are just going to affect your brain, and so many things that can happen with that. I read about an article and saw a Time Suck episode about Aaron Hernandez, and that he, at 23 years old, and I think 27 when he died, actually, when he passed away, they studied his brain and said that he had the worst CTE that they've seen in somebody so young. And trying to figure out where I was going with this, but yeah, the amount of hits that you take for your whole life, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. It's going to be what can really affect somebody playing that sport. And the hypocrisy that I see the NFL doing is, yes, they are taking steps, as in getting better helmets, trying to get the big hits out of the game and everything like that. But I think the thing that I hate the most is it's the more hits that you take that causes this. But my problem is that if you're trying to prevent CTE from happening, why did you add an extra game in 2021 to the NFL schedule? That really rubbed me the wrong way. Like I said, I know you're trying to fix it with the helmets and not having these players get hit and everything, but it doesn't take just big hits for these players to get it. All it takes is just these little hits over and over for it to happen. So when you add an extra game, you're really not helping these players at all. You're not helping anybody by doing this. What it shows to me is that you care more about money and greed than you do about the players. Like Bill Burr said, how big's your freaking yacht gotta be? NFL, you make a ton of money. I get it that you're a business. I get that businesses need to make money. But the thing that rubs me the wrong way is that you add an extra game to this. You add games on Thursday Night Football when players have said that they want this isn't just like a body resting thing that the players have talked about as well. They obviously don't like the Thursday games. Us as fans like it. But for the players, they don't like those Thursday games because they got to go from Sunday to Thursday And basically, I've heard that their health is terrible after Sunday, as in, like, they could barely walk, they're tired, just their body is just killing them. And then, so that's already a problem in itself. So, and then they go to Thursday and take a beating on Thursday within, like, what, 4 or 5 days of rest. That's not helping their brain. If nothing's helping there. Like I said, do I like more football? Sure, you know what I mean. I like I said, I've been watching football religiously since the year 2000. That was the year that I started watching football. Like, basically, you couldn't get me away from the TV on Sunday. Now, I just turned 37 today. I have a family. I have a job that takes a lot of my time, so I really don't have a lot of time for football anymore. But like I said, a part of me has been really upset with the NFL. Whether just, especially with the CTE stuff, it really just rubs me the wrong way. And a part of me wants to not watch these because I know that Roger Goodell said that in that time suck thing that he wants to have their profit go up to, I don't even know how many billions of dollars. But a part of me was just like, you know what? I don't want to add to it. I just don't want to add to it as much as I can. Now, I watched the game today. It was my birthday. My family came over. We watched Bengals and Steelers, and then my father-in-law's a Browns fan. We turned on the Browns and the Ravens game. So, I'm not saying I don't watch football anymore, but a part of me doesn't want to... A part of me at times just does not want to contribute to help to making their situation worse and giving them money for a decision that I'm not a big fan of. You know what I mean? I know there's only so much you could do. I know there's only so much you could do as a fan, but a part of me thinks that if I don't watch as much football as I can, that I'm kind of helping a little bit. I'm trying to help these players. I'm trying to help the situation. Is it helping? I don't really know if it is or not. I don't know. I kind of hope that it is a little bit, but like I said, I still like football. I'll still watch it, but it's dramatically gone down a ton. And I hope that, you know, I I said, I don't like protesting. I just think that everybody has just been so dorky about the whole thing over the last 5-10 years about protesting. Everybody's protesting everything. Everybody's got their sticks. Everybody's got their thing. And there's nothing wrong with protesting or anything like that. I don't get it, but everyone's just protesting everything. It's just getting to the point where it's just like, just knock it off sometimes. Just people protest everything. You know what I mean? Just the stupidest things that people just want to just go out there and just do. And like I said, it's just getting old sometimes. So when I use the word protest, like I said, it just makes me cringe a little bit using the word protest, just because people just have some of the dumbest things that they could protest about. Now, there's some good things that people protest about. I'm not saying that, but it's just the whole thing over the last 5-10 years, it's just gotten way out of hand. But so when I say the word protest, I think a part of me just wants to, I know there's not a ton that I could do with the CTE thing, but I guess a part of me thinks that, hey, NFL, I'm trying to send a little bit of a message as a fan that I just don't like what you're doing right now. I don't like I don't like what you're doing right now with these players. I think that you putting them out there for an extra game or an extra playoff game, it's not helping the situation. Now, is one game really going to probably affect them too much? Maybe not. But think about it. If a player plays 20 years in the league or 15 years in the league, I think it will. Let's say they play an extra 15, 30, 45 games if they play into the playoffs. It could affect them. Look at Antonio Brown. Everybody thinks that one hit from Vontaze Burfict. You know, sadly he went to ASU, but he was a huge jerk in the NFL. That one hit, they think that's what caused his life to go from being just not a troublemaker or causing issues to he was a completely different person after that hit. You know what I mean? Did that help him? Did that change him? I don't know. He says it didn't, but you saw a huge difference from him playing in Pittsburgh from 2011 to about 2016. After that hit, it just seemed like his whole life just changed in a way when it came to that. He just got arrested like a couple weeks ago or something like that. For what? Attempted murder or something like that? But like I said, I'm rambling now. Don't really know exactly what to say about this video. I guess just a part of me thinks that if I just don't watch as much football, I hope that I'm just kind of helping these players out in some little way by not giving the NFL more money to give their greed, to increase their greed to where they start going to maybe putting in an 18th game or a 19th game, or having the season go from September all the way to March. Who knows what they'll do? Greed is a really terrible thing. If you give someone so much money and they just like it, they'll just keep taking. They'll keep taking, and they might just keep on doing it. So, like I said, I hope that a part of me, just when I don't watch these games, it kind of helps a little bit, like I said. So, I like football. I like it. If I put on a game, I put on a game. You know what I mean? I think a part of me in the back of my head says, like, oh, you know, like, maybe I shouldn't do this. But like I said, there's only so much you could do. I still like the product. Like I said, I've been a big NFL fan since 2000. So, but hopefully by just not doing it as much, maybe I'm helping a little bit. I don't think anybody really should just... Nobody... Like I said, it's hard to kind of... when you like something for so long, just end it right away. You know what I mean? Just stop it cold turkey and just never do it again. I think that's hard. They would really have to screw up for something like that to happen, but I don't think it's gotten to that point just yet or anything like that, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Like I said, I'm a big sports fan. I like football, but hopefully a little bit of me not watching helps a little bit. And if I do watch it, I'm not hanging my head about it. It is what it is. I watch the product, but I'm not watching it as much, so hopefully it helps stand up for what I believe in, is that I believe that player safety matters more than money, and I think it matters more than greed. So I don't know. I just wanted to say that, and what do you guys think about it? Do you guys, am I just being too over dramatic? Am I being I don't think I am, but I would like to hear your opinions about it. I would like to hear what you think about this. This has been, like I said, a topic that has really grown over the last 10 years with the CTE thing. The more hits that people take, they're literally just walking zombies sometimes, man. Some of these players are just walking zombies, some of them. Not all of them. But eventually it's going to get to the point where it just affects them so much. And like I said, how big's your yacht got to be, NFL? Maybe reduce the game to like 15 games, maybe even 14 games. Show me that you actually care. When you say that you care about the player safety, do you really care about the player safety? Because, yeah, you can make a better helmet, but guess what? These players are becoming faster, stronger, more powerful. The hits are stronger. Everything's more strong. And I think the best way to do it is to stop playing more games. And that's my opinion. So if you really care about the player safety, show me that you're really gonna stop that, and that you know what you're talking about, and that it's the more blows that the player takes, that's what affects it. So yeah, just wanted to say that. I know I went on a little rant there. It might have been a little scatterbrained, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would really like to hear your opinions. Like the video if you liked it. It is my birthday today, so if you want to say happy birthday to me, hit that like button. It really would help out. Shows YouTube that maybe other people would like it too. I would like to hear other opinions about it. If you don't like my opinion, you don't like my opinion, and I would like to hear about it. So I'd like to hear why you don't agree with it, and yeah, I want to hear everybody's opinion about it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos, and until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.